Hey guys, it's Aubrey with Muttley Plans. I wanted to hop on here and do some ink planning for next week with y'all. So my idea for the theme of next week is gonna be to use some scraps that I have. So I got these from a Pen Pal package, so I figured I might use them. They're nice and winter-like. So I've got those, and then I think I'm also going to try and incorporate some of these stickers that I got from Walmart into my setup this week. Dog hair. And just kind of go for like the outdoorsy mountain pine like look. So that's the goal for this week. I've got for eight different inks that I'm going to swatch with y'all today. All of them are samples because this is for the ink of the week, and I'm trying to use mostly samples or samples when I can for the ink of the week. So this first one I got from, and I'll be swatching with this lovely dip pen that my husband got me. But my first ink that I'm going to show y'all and see if I want to use it is Pilot Iroshizuku Fuyu Soyugen. I do not speak Japanese, so I probably slaughtered that, but that's what we're doing. In case you're wondering, I am swatching this on a Stalogy notebook, so it's similar to Tomoe River paper, but from what I hear, it is not exact. So, just letting you know. All right. And then I'm gonna just dab. So I'm still getting the hang of this pen. I'm really liking it so far. When I can get ink to it. There we go. So yeah, highly recommend this glass dip pen. All right, and this is Pilot. Okay, and it is Fuyu. And also, if I am saying it wrong, feel free to leave a comment. I just found out today that somehow, apparently, if you mark that your videos are good or for kids, then it automatically turns off the comments. And so I had been thinking if you put something as for kids, that just meant, hey, there's not really any profanity, kids can watch it safely, stuff like that. But apparently when you do that, that cuts off your comments. So I changed that today with my with all of my videos, so hopefully if any of y'all want to comment, you can now. All right, this next one is Diamine Burgundy Royale. It's very pretty. Honestly, this is the one I kind of, when I was thinking of like what I wanted to do this week, this was the one that kind of popped into my mind when I thought of all of the samples that I had. Just because it's this beautiful, it reminds me of the color of an old barn. And I've already used the sticker, but that winter like forest stickers that I plan on using actually came, one of them with like a barn structure in one of the stickers, and so this really made me think of that. And this is Diamine Burgundy Royale. So Those are the first two. And so far, honestly, I think both of them are like probably pretty close to matching with what I am going for, but we're gonna go ahead and go with the other 6 and see. So this one's kind of more of a brownish pink. This is Diamine Rosewood. So I got this thinking it would be more pink than it actually is. But it's actually more brown than it is pink, I found. So, which is okay. But just wasn't what I was expecting when I bought the sample. But that also kind of solidifies my wanting to get samples before I actually buy a bottle of any of these, because they can be very different from what it looks like online on the picture. So this is Diamine. And then get a little bit more. I've also found that if I just kind of dip it in this little stuff at the top with this dip pen, I actually get enough on the tip to write with. So that's been nice. And this is Diamine Rosewood again. So 3 samples down. Wipe this off. This next one. So I thought maybe I would try and see what I think about this Sherwood Green. It's Diamine Sherwood Green. And see, since I am going to have some of those evergreen trees in my spread, I thought maybe I would just kind of play off of that green, because the other stickers are very heavy as far as being that dark grayish brown, or I'm sorry, grayish color. And so part of me wonders if I would not want a little bit of pop of color in my spread, or a different color, I should say. So this is again Diamine. Oh, I misspelt it. That's fine. Anyway, Sherwood. And then green. So, there's the cap. So far, honestly, I kind of like all of these colors for the spread. I may actually have to pull my husband in for a tiebreaker, like I did last time. So this next one is Sailor Ink Studio 641. I pulled this one, but honestly, I don't have high hopes for it. Well, but then again, it actually, and this is why I pulled it anyway, because I wasn't fully confident that I remembered what it looked like on paper. Alright, so let's see. So Sailor. Oh, nope, that didn't work. Oh, okay, got a little bit too much. So this is Sailor. And sorry if you hear a dog in the background. Life is lifing. So this is Sailor Ink Studio 641. And it's not doing it this time, which I'm glad for, but I think in my last ink planning video, I swatched this one as well. And it actually feathered, and it's feathering again. This is the only ink that does that, and I'm not really sure what's going on with that, but it seems to, I don't know, be a very heavy ink or whatever causes it to feather like that. So this next one is Diamine Serendipity. If I remember correctly, this is a shimmer ink. Let me pull that up a little bit. There we go. This is a shimmer ink. Okay. And then get a little bit of that. So, Diamine. I will say these Diamine inks write very well. That is Diamine Serendipity, and I'll do a close-up at the end of the video of all of the different inks, and then afterwards I will do a bigger swatch of the ink that I choose for the week. Alright, so this next one that I'm considering is Endless, and the name of it is Candy Sea. Oh, let me clean this off real quick first though. Righty. So this next one is Endless. Very pretty blue. Hopefully move that over. There we go. So this is what I would think is more of a classic blue, but what makes it very special is that it's a pretty heavy sheener. And then Endless Candy Sea. And I'm actually gonna go wash this real quick, so I'll be right back. Alrighty, and last but not least, is Diamine Aurora Borealis. Alright. And this is a very turquoisey color. I actually got it thinking that it would be very close to Noodler Squeegee, which I really like that color, and this is probably the closest I got to it in this pack of samples that I ordered. But yeah, honestly, I think it's pretty close. I might have to do like an ink comparison, because it is definitely looking a lot like Squeegee right now. Alright, and that is Diamine Aurora Borealis. Oop, bumped y'all. So far, honestly, I don't know. I don't know which ones I like the best. So this is just kind of some samples. There, that's a decent sample of what I am looking at using. So right here, kind of these bluish gray mountains here, and then just different little landscape, but it's a very dark landscaping. Those are good depictions. So just kind of like your old winter landscape. But then I'm also hoping to bring in some of these evergreens. And so I'm wondering, I don't know. I guess we'll have to see. Hey guys, it is future Aubrey. It's actually Wednesday when I'm recording this. So busy week, so I didn't get a chance to, finish this recording. But I did ink up my pen. So I inked up my Natami Clear and Rose Gold pen. It's got a fine nib on it. I really like this pen. It's a relatively cheap pen. It's like 15-20 bucks on Amazon. The nib actually feels good. I'm not usually a fine pen person or a fine point person, but this one I actually enjoy writing with quite a bit. So anyway, initially I had chosen the Rosewood ink, and then I decided I'm actually not gonna try and use the Evergreen stickers. I decided to just stick with those gray mountain scenery stickers instead. And so I quickly, like the minute I filled up that pen with the redwood, I actually put the redwood ink back in the ink bottle and inked it up with this blue ink. And I actually surprised myself, really, but I chose the Sailor Ink Studio 641 ink. I was really skeptical and slightly worried that it would cause some feathering writing in the fountain pen, because every swatch and that I've done, and then also writing with that ink with my whatchamacallit pen. So my glass pen, words are hard sometimes, but writing it with my glass pen, it always seemed to feather. Granted, it's Stalogy paper. It's not, from what I understand, actual Tomoe River paper, but usually Stalogies tend to do relatively well. This is the only ink I've had like any type of feathering with. And so I was a little skeptical, but actually this ink does not feather in this fountain pen. It does when I write with my glass pen. I don't know, maybe I have a sharp edge and it only happens with the Sailor ink. I don't know. But it writes just fine with the fountain pen. I haven't had any trouble with any type of feathering or anything like that. And this blue is very pretty. I'm actually going to put one of the stickers up towards the end of the video. That's kind of that scenery of stickers that I showed you before. And you'll see how well this blue actually looks next to it, because it looks very blue right now, but as it dries, it kind of darkens and takes on a darker tone that actually looks really, really good by the scenery stickers. Which is why I chose it. So it worked out. Having been able to use it in my planner and just writing with it over the past 3 days, it's actually been pretty good. I don't feel like the ink is too dry coming out of the fine nib, which I really appreciate. And it's very legible. Yeah, see how dark it is? Oh, it's beautiful. Anyway, so yeah, I've actually really enjoyed so far writing with this ink. I don't think I would buy a whole bottle of this just because it didn't steal my heart and I'm a cheapskate, so probably won't buy a whole bottle of it. But it is a pretty ink. But yeah, look how it looks right by that sticker. It's so pretty. I've really enjoyed it. Anyway, so I have rambled a little bit. I'm flipping back over so that you can see all of the options that I had to choose from. Let me know in the comments below, would you have chosen the Sailor Ink Studio 641, or what color would you have chosen? I'm really interested to know and maybe start a conversation about it. So yeah, if you have any opinion, go ahead and comment below. Other than that, thanks for watching and have a good day. Bye.